I think there's a place in life for debt. You're never going to get ahead in life if you don't have some financing. That's what debt means. The best kind of debt, I think everyone understands, is a mortgage. It's often the cheapest loan you can get because it's secured against an asset. And it's not a BS thing. You could be a speculator, but most people, when they own real estate, they own it to live in. So even if you overpaid a bit or whatever, at least you're getting the use of the house. The best debt is a mortgage. It's the cheapest debt and the most secure debt and the most long-term debt. And there's ways to handle it. The worst debt is credit card debt. There are credit cards that charge 25% interest. I bet there's some more. I think the definition of criminal usury in our Criminal Code of Canada is like 60%. Criminal Code usury. 60%. Isn't that incredible? It's literally a crime in Canada to charge 60% or more interest. But it is not a crime to charge 30%. So what's the TD Visa interest rate? I'm just curious. I just picked one that ran 24.99% or 28% on cash advances. Efron, if it is literally a crime, I'm talking go to jail, pay a fine, criminal record, can't travel, to charge 60%, is it half a crime to charge 28%? That's money lending. That's what are they called? Protection. What's that called? Loan shark. That's loan shark money. That's the debt you got to get out of as fast as you can, right? You're paying that kind of debt. The interest will be more than the principal. I tell you this because everyone knows this, except the rich kid. Take a listen to the rich kid. Lecture young people about why they should rack up their credit card bills. I just picked TD out of the blue. I'm just going to pick another one. I'm going to Amex interest rate. I'm just going to pick that slightly lower. They claim it's 23%. What's another bank? RBC, Visa. I mean, it would be madness. Yeah, 23%. Absolute madness to advise a young person to rack up credit card debt. Like, isn't that the opposite of what our parents always tell us? Look at this fool. Take a look.
Yes. You know, if you used your credit card for the first time, you're using your credit card to invest in a huge flat screen TV home theater system for your basement. Okay. That's going to be something you're going to be paying off for a while. But if you use your credit card to go back to school, or if you use your credit card, you go into debt to build an expansion on your house that you're then going to be able to sell your house for more. If you're making investments that are going to return, that is how you grow a strong economy. Because quite frankly, confident economies invest in themselves. And that's exactly what Canada has done, and that's why Canada is looking so good for the future. And our fiscal path is responsible, restrained, and is going to leave people with more opportunities, not burden, in the coming years. So thank you very much, Phil.
Did that moron tell these kids to use the credit card to pay for university? Did that moron tell these kids to renovate their house on their credit card, not to get a home loan or a mortgage loan? I just Googled TD home loan interest rates. And again, I'm not picking on TD. It's just the bank that pops into my mind. You can get a mortgage anywhere from 4.9% up to 6.4%. Depends on the details. Home equity flex line. That's the kind of thing that you would use to spruce up your house, 6.7%. It's not cheap anymore. But the difference between 6% or 5% versus a credit card of 23, 25, 28%, Justin Trudeau is literally he's giving financial advice to young people to rack up credit card debt. And he's saying, don't buy a TV with it. Actually, that's the perfect kind of thing because it's like $500. He says, renovate your home on your credit card. That's what he said. He said, pay your tuition on your credit. What's that, $8,000, $10,000? Depends on your school, even more. Who let that moron give financial advice to anyone? That's the idiot who said budgets balance themselves. In his life, they do. Because the only side of a credit card he has ever dealt with is the fun side, when you use it to buy things. You think he's ever paid a bill in his life? That's what daddy's accountants are for. That's what daddy's lawyers are for. And if they don't work, well, then you just bill the Trudeau Foundation, or you bill Katimovic, or you bill, some speaking opportunity that's money laundering you 30 grand anyway. So why not charge them an extra $5,000 for expenses? Imagine having a silver spoon, spoiled brat, never worked a day in his life, never paid a bill in his life, always had daddy and his money to pick you up, giving advice to young people to rack up their credit cards for all the insane things he just said. Credit cards, depending on your card, are as high as, I just found one for 27, 28%. What an idiot. What an idiot. He's also unethical, and he's a lie. Being an idiot is not the worst thing in the world. Being unethical is worse. I would rather deal with an honest idiot than a dishonest genius. In the case of the Trudeaus, I think you have the worst of both worlds.
That's a clip from something we call Rebel News Daily. It's our daily live stream hosted by my friend David Menzies, but the show also includes a rotating cast of hosts and special guests, including me. It's a great way for us to talk about the news of the day as the news is happening in an unscripted fashion, and it's an awesome way for you to interact with us as well. We stream every weekday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Mountain, wherever you find Rebel News. See you there.